Hey guys, so today we're continuing on with the 212 series, the Predator 212 series. Today we're going to talk about what could cause a loss of spark on one of these. And this doesn't just apply to this engine, but it's showing you features on this engine. Basic spark diagnose or ignition system diagnosing on small engines is very similar on anything unless it's something older. It's got pointed condenser. This obviously does not have that. So your spark plug is located over here. So let's say your engine's not starting. The first thing you always check, well, obviously make sure it's got gas in it. And on one of these, where it has the oil, low oil shut off, check your oil. Just make sure it's not low for some reason. That can cause a problem. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. First thing we'll do is remove the spark plug wire. If the engine's been running and it's shut off and won't start up again, let it cool down just so you don't get burnt before you start trying to figure it out. The engine does come with the spark plug removal tools you've seen in the first video. I'm just using a ratchet and socket, just so it's way easier and way faster. So this is the factory spark plug. See, this is still brand new. This is an LG brand. I've seen Torch brand, the various cheap spark plugs in these. So to test it for spark, the best way to do it is to put it back in here and find a place that's metal, either up against the muffler or up against the valve cover, somewhere where it's not going to bounce around. Turn as much lights off as you can without being in the dark. That way you can see it better. Crank it over, have someone do it. Mess with your switch, your on-off switch. If you don't get no spark at all, then we'll go from there. The first thing I recommend trying is another spark plug. Also another point to mention, if you're using an external shut-off switch and not the one that's built on this, unhook your wire going to it, because if you're on a go-kart or something, it could be shorted out against the frame or got up against the exhaust or something and causing a short. So you want to roll that out first. Chances are it's probably something simple most of the time on most engines. So obviously this is a brand new engine, so we got spark, but we're pretending like we don't. First thing I recommend doing, get another spark plug. Even if it's not one exactly what's in it, you're just testing for spark. So put a brand new, preferably, spark plug in it, or one out of a known running engine. Test it again. If you get spark, your spark plug was your problem. So it's a simple fix. Go match up your spark plug, get the closest thing possible to it. I recommend NGK brand spark plugs. There's going to be another video talking about just the spark plugs I recommend for this engine. The next video is going to be replacing the coil, if we have to do that to fix the spark. And the third video on the ignition system would be just the spark plug. So more information on the third video. So we done ruled out the spark plug. Put a brand new spark plug in it, still no spark. So let's take a look at the wiring that's on here so we can figure out what we got to do. The wiring on these is very simple. You got this little box right here. This can sometimes go bad. Then you have two wires coming out of it. You got one that comes from your engine. This one here comes from your coil. And if you take that wire and short it to ground, it'll kill the spark. Same as this wire here. This is your low oil shut off. So if you got good oil and you still don't have spark, you can unhook it just by doing this. And you check it for spark again. If you get spark, you know it's something to do with this low oil shut off. And you can run it without that. You know, small engines ran for years without having that. But you really want it to be fixed. And you do have to tear into the engine on most of these, depending on how the sensor's made. I've seen it both ways. Some of them screw in like this from the front and just lock in, but there's usually a small mechanism inside. Also, it could be a bad switch on this, so you can do the same test on it to unhook it as well, or you can just unhook this ground wire right here, and that'll bypass the switch. And if you still don't have spark, it could be this little ignition module here, or it could be the actual coil. So to get to the coil on these, you have to remove this this shroud here, the black part here, which is usually not too hard to do. I'm not going to bore you with taking the bolts out. You get one here, one right here. Like I said, there's two on the bottom. You'll see them right there. Take all four of them out. Now we got all four bolts out. Your whole shroud is loose now. It'll come off just like this. Your wiring will stay intact like that. Just kind of swing it off to the side. Now you have access to your ignition coil, which is over here on this. So the way these small engine ignition coils work, there's magnets on the flywheel. A very strong magnet. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, it's a very strong magnet. And it magnetizes the core of this coil here. So every time it passes it, it generates a voltage strong enough to provide a spark on a spark plug. Several thousand volts. A couple things to note. It's usually not an issue, especially on something like this. But if your coil gap is set completely wrong, it can cause a very weak spark. So if you have a kind of a weak spark plug, it could cause an issue with that. So you always want to check your armature air gap first here. And a general rule of thumb, this you can look in the book for the exact spec, but it should be around like 10 or 12 thousandths of an inch is what it's supposed to be set at, or about the thickness of a business card. You just loosen these two screws and your coil will move. But obviously this is a brand new engine, so we know that's set. Check your wire. Both wires, not only just your spark plug wire, but also the wire that runs over to your switch. If it got pinched somehow, if you had to take the shroud off to fix the recoil or something, it could be a pinched wire or a shorted out wire causing your spark. Hopefully at some point here you found the cure to your spark problem, whether it be in the actual spark plug, your switch, your ignition module, low oil shut off, maybe it didn't have enough oil in it. But if not, if you check all that stuff and you still don't have spark, that leaves you with nothing besides the coil. Check for the magnetic pull on this. I've never seen one lose its magnetic pull, but it is possible. I've heard of it. Very, extremely rare. So you want to rule that out, but it's probably the coil. And these are cheap. Just look up Predator 212 or Honda clone style coil. You'll find it on like Amazon or even eBay or something for probably like 15 bucks, and it probably comes with a new spark plug, which is not the best spark plug, but it's better than nothing. It also usually comes with that ignition module on the other side. You just replace everything. Like I said, the hardest part is going to be setting this gap here. Easiest way to do it is get like a business card or two 10,000 feeler gauges. Get it to where the magnet is lined up right there. And you can get one under each side of it. You can do it all at the same time. Just tighten it down, just snug it. Don't have to be super tight. And you're good. Can be a little challenging routing your spark plug wire past the carburetor here, but it's usually not too bad. The next video is going to be talking about just replacing the ignition coil. If you need to do that, stay tuned for the next video. Only reason I'm splitting it up just to make it easier to find, so I hope you understand that. So, alright guys, that's pretty much all I was going to show in this video. Hopefully it gave you some pointers and figuring out your spark. It pretty much covered everything that can cause a loss of spark. These do have a flywheel key, but they're steel, not aluminum like your old Briggs & Stratton was, and some of them still are. So even if on this type of setup, even if you shear the flywheel key, it's just going to throw the timing out. It can still generate a spark though. So if you have absolute loss of spark, that's not going to be your cause. Only reason that caused that on some of the old engines, because it messed up the timing with the points, and it just wouldn't fire because everything was not happening at the right time. So this type of setup, it will still spark, but your timing would be out. Alright, so to put this back on, you just got your 4 screws. Also make sure it's this ground wire for your ignition switch goes back in there like that. Find it easier just to put it on this side like that, and make sure nothing becomes disconnected over here on the side, and you should be good to go. So once again, I hope this video helped you. It's pretty much the only thing that can cause the loss of spark on one of these. Very simple setup on this. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video on replacing the coil.